Lords of Chaos is a movie from 2019. It is directed by Jonas Åkerlund, and it stars Rory Culkin, Maury Cohen, Jack Kilmer, and Walter Skarsgård, among others, of course. It's basically a movie about the Norwegian black metal scene. It's not a documentary of any kind, but it is a dramatization of what I believe is the actual events of what happened back then. The Norwegian black metal scene has always been kind of violent, and back in the day they accused Swedish death metal bands to be life metal. And I don't know why. I think there was some death threats and that stuff going on at the time. I can't really remember. Anyway, this movie starts with a disclaimer that it's based on the truth, the lies, and the rumors, I think it was. And yeah, that's a good premise to start with, I think. First and foremost, a story about, of course, Norwegian black metal and the foundation of it. Where Euronymous, the real-life person, can't remember his real name right now, but when he started the band Mayhem, which was the first true Norwegian black metal band, or so I believe it is, and the rise to stardom and all that kind of stuff, with a death paint mask and his kind of record shop. I believe it was called Hell, or something else in Norwegian, Helvete or something. I believe that was it. And this is also a story about the relationship between the band members of Mayhem, which of course Euronymous is a huge part of, but also the singer that was nicknamed Dead, which commits suicide. That is not a spoiler, because that happens in real life. And I think that even in this movie, it's hard to say, of course, but I think that the suicide seems to be pretty based on reality. I think so. That was a haunted soul for sure, that Dead guy. But it's also about a guy that maybe most famous of these guys nowadays, and that is Varg Vikernes, which was convicted for numerous things, and he said, I don't know how many years he did in jail, but he did numerous years for burning down churches, murder, and some other stuff as well. And there are more than one murder going on in this film. There are murders between band members, and there are murders with homosexuals involved, and there is a power struggle really between Euronymous and Varg. And I think that is kind of pretty spot on what I have read about the subject, which is not a whole lot, to be honest with you. But anyway, I think this is a really, really good movie. I really love it. I think, oh, can you see how the camera is shaking? That is, oh, my camera is shaking. I'm holding it with 2 fingers and it's shaking now. I don't believe what. Anyway, Euronymous and Varg are the 2 main characters, I think. There's a power struggle between them. And I think that the movie is very close to what I read about it in different magazines and articles and stuff and so forth. I think that the movie is very well played. I think the actors are very good. I think Rory Culkin, I think that he does a really good performance. I think Maury Cohen does really good performance as Varg. And so there's a good performances of everyone. I really like this movie. I think it feels like we are there with the characters. This is not made up. This is for real. And that is what it seems like. Of course, it's dramatized. But I believe that Jonas Åkerlund also added some comedy elements to this movie. And I think that's a good thing, because it's really never dead serious. It's always kind of a mix between what happened and what could have happened, what might have happened. And you can really never tell which is which. So this is a really good movie. It's from 2019. I highly recommend it. I will give this a rating and I will give this a rating of 8 out of 10 here. And I will also recommend another review to see, and this is the one over here. So I believe that you should look at this review as well and see if that is something for you.